Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Okay, good morning, class. So hope you will be fine and
Sir.
this year is studying. Okay, we are just going to continue the chapter we have started in previous class, that is electric current. So from now onwards, whatever I will be teaching, I will provide to the I will provide a YouTube link of this. Okay, this lecture is going to be recorded, and this will be provided you to learn more and more. Okay,
Good
if
morning,
you
sir.
have any doubt, then you can ask me in the class. Okay, so kindly mute those persons those having some background noise, and whenever they wish to ask the question, they may ask by unmuting themselves. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so coming to the current, I was discussing about the current, and I told you about the charge. In previous class, I was telling you about the charge. So I have just gone through the charge is quantized property, and quantized means what? Means this charge will be always an integral multiple of the electron. Okay, so these things was discussed in the previous class. Now we are just going know about the what are the different kinds of current on the basis of charge. So I told you there are two types of current on the basis of charge. That were the electronic current and conventional current. Okay, that I was telling now.
Yes, sir.
I will start from here only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So classification of current on the basis of charge. On the basis of charge. So current can be classified in two parts. One is your conventional current. Conventional current, and another is your electronic current. So, students, you were asking for the notes now. So, for the notes, what you need to do, whatever I am going to write on the board, you should write these things in your notebook, that is in your copy, and that will make a proper note. Okay, that will be a proper.
But not clear, sir. Not clear.
It's not clear to your screen.
Good.
Let me know whether it is clear on your screen or not.
It is not visible.
It is not visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, any one of you are means either any person is means not able to see, or there are only few persons those are not able to see.
I see, sir.
So,
Sir, the letters are very small.
okay, so
Sir, you are far from camera, sir.
okay, so I will write some bigger letter. Okay. And,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
this will be a problem of only means this week, and this will be rectified in next week. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So once I will be using the right letter, that will be okay.
Yes.
Okay. So whatever I used to write on the board, I used to speak. So kindly listen properly, and you can write from there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
So I was telling you current, that is your conventional current and electronic current. The conventional current, this is current due to
So
flow
conventional current.
conventional current, that is current due to flow of positive charge, and electronic current due to flow of electrons. This electronic current is due to the flow of electrons. So one thing you should understand, this is very important point. What is that? Current
Of electron.
current flows from higher to lower potential. Higher to
Current
lower
flow from
potential. Current always flows from higher to lower potential.
low potential.
What? Let's understand these things. So if let's say this is conductor, this is connected at positive end and this is connected at negative end. This is connected at positive end and this is connected at the negative end. Okay, let's say there are
Yes.
certain electrons in this conductor. So current will flow from higher to lower potential, that is from plus to minus. This will be direction of electronic current or conventional current. Current will always flow from higher to lower potential. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I am saying that there are certain electrons. So these electrons will be attracted by this positive terminal. So they will be moving in this. But the direction of electronic current will be from positive to negative, and the flow of electron will be from negative to positive.
Too positive.
Okay? And in another case, you can see, let's say there are some positive ions. These are the positive ions. Okay? Now you connected this one as a positive terminal and this negative terminal, and the current will flow in this direction. That current will be known as your conventional current, and this charge or ions, this positive ions will move towards the negative end. So this will be going in this direction. Okay? So from here we can conclude in electronic current. Electronic current, the direction of flow of electron is
The
opposite
direction of
to the flow of current. This is one of the important points. In electronic current, you can see from here, in electronic current, the direction of flow of electron is opposite to the flow of current. Flow of this current, electronic current. Okay? While in case of the conventional current, this was example of electronic current, and now this is the example of what? This is the example of conventional current. So what happens in case of the conventional current? You can write in conventional current. Conventional current, the direction of flow of charge. Direction of flow of charge is along the direction of current. So you can see in these two cases, electronic current and direction of flow of electron are in opposite direction. While in case of the conventional current, both the direction of flow of charge as well as the conventional current, both are in the same direction. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Should I erase?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
it is.
Okay. Are you writing or not? You people are writing now?
Yes, sir.
writing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, on the basis of, this was the classification of current on the basis of charge. Now we will further classify current on the basis of its waveform. So current can be classified further in AC or DC. Means that is a alternating current and the direct.
Direct. Yes,
Alternating current and direct current
direct.
can be classified. So current is further classified as AC is your alternating current. And DC, that is your direct current. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
alternating current is basically, it occurs in sinusoidal waveform. It occurs like this. This is current and time. Means current varies according to the time in the sinusoidal form. In the sinusoidal form,
Sinusoidal.
okay, so that's why it is known as a alternating current. And if current remains constant like this,
Direct.
it will be direct current. So frequency of this will be 0 and the frequency of alternating current varies. Generally in our case, in our household supply, there is a 50 hertz. Means frequency of alternating current is 50 hertz. Okay. So in our household, means whatever current is supplied from the transformer, that is AC, and whatever current we used to withdraw with battery, that is your DC current. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know, students, whether you are getting or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Till
sir.
now, till now, what you studied about the current. Now coming to the electric potential. What is basically electric potential and what is potential difference? Okay, and
Yes,
we
sir.
also understand potential difference and electromotive force EMF and what is difference between these two. Okay.
Yes.
Electric
Current.
potential.
Potential.
So let's first I will write the definition, then I will make you clear. Okay. So electric potential is defined as the amount of
Work done.
work done to bring
Amount.
unit positive charge
From
Infinitely to that point.
positive charge from
infinity to that point.
infinity
Yeah.
to that point without accelerating. Without accelerating.
Accelerating.
Okay, so you can just write potential, electric potential is defined as work done from P. This is potential at P.
V is equal to W upon Q.
So you can understand it this way. This work done infinity to point P means this is work done from infinity to point P. And Q is basically your charge. And Vp is potential at point P. Point P. Say the electric potential is basically amount of work done. Whatever work is to be done to bring one unit charge, means 1 coulomb charge from infinity to particular point. Means या इसको थोड़ा सा हिंदी में समझ लीजिए कि जितना भी वर्क डन करना पड़ेगा एक यूनिट से किसी एक पॉइंट पे ले आने के लिए किसी चार्ज के प्रेजेंस में, तो वो उस पॉइंट का इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल कहलाएगा. ओके, एंड यूनिट विल बी योर unit is per coulomb or
1 joule.
per coulomb or volt. Sometimes in your examination you have asked to define the 1 volt. Sometimes in your examination you are asked to define the 1 volt. What is basically 1 volt? Define 1 volt. So you can write here 1 volt
1 volt is equal to
defined as work done to bring
1 volt.
1 coulomb charge.
Is called volt.
1 coulomb charge from infinity.
To that point.
Yeah, you can write this defined as a 1 joule work done. You can write in this way. It is defined as a work done, 1 joule work done to bring 1 coulomb charge from infinity to that.
To bring 1 coulomb charge.
Your 1 volt.
अजय कुमार अपना माइक म्यूट करो.
Work done means amount. Means it's a bring 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to a particular point. This will be said as your 1 volt. Okay. Now coming to the what is basically the potential difference. This was all about your electric potential of a point. And if there are 2 points, let's say A and B, means the end of this one is A and the end of this one is B. So whatever work is to be done to bring the charge from A to B will be known as a potential difference. Let's see, students. Till now we were talking about work done from infinity to particular point. Now what we should discuss? Work done to move a charge from one point to the another point. Work done to move 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another point is known as the electric potential. So whenever there will be electric potential, so charge will automatically move from one point to another point now. So once charge will move from one point to another point, it means what? It means there will be certain current. Getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Shall I erase this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So क्या लिख दिया?
Yes, sir.
अरे बस करो, चिल्लाते रहोगे.
Now coming to the electric potential. Potential difference basically. Potential difference. Okay? Or you can say PD. It is amount of work done to move unit charge from
1 point to another point.
yes from one point to another point. Okay, so you can write like this. So let's say there are 2 points named as A and B. So potential difference between these 2 points, we can write like this: VB minus VA. Okay, VB minus VA, potential difference, will be equal to the work done from A to B divided by Q. Okay, so what will be here the VB and VA? So VB is potential at B. VA is potential at A, and WAB, work done from A to B, and Q is your charge. Okay? Okay,
Yes, sir.
is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So coming to the electromotive
Yes, sir.
EMF, what is basically electromotive force and where it is applicable? Okay, how you
Electromotive.
electromotive force? Have you seen the cell, the battery?
Yes, sir.
So there is written 1.2 volt or means something like that. Voltage is written, na?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? Have you try to understand what is this?
सर नेवर से कभी सोचा नहीं है.
I not क्यों नहीं सोचा भाई? Think about that.
Hello.
1.2 volt. What is this? What is the need of this? You can understand in a way. Electromotive force, EMF, and the electric means it's this potential difference. These are the two different things, but they are interrelated to each other. Actually, EMF is something like this. Suppose this marker is here. Okay, this marker is here, and what we did here, we have just bring this marker up to this level. Okay, this marker was here, and we have bring this marker to this level. Okay, so for that we need to do some work. कुछ हमें काम करना पड़ेगा. इस मार्कर को यहाँ से यहाँ तक लाने के लिए हमें परिवर्तन करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
So whatever work will be done, अगर ये हमने वर्क कर दिया, अब इसको हम छोड़ देंगे, ये काइनेटिक एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. Whatever work
Yes, sir.
to move this marker from this level. अगर वर्क डन कर दिया तो ये वर्क डन
They mute yourself.
whatever work will be done, that will be stored in form of a potential energy. Once I leave this one, once I will,
आवाज साफ नहीं आ रही है.
energy will be converted into kinetic energy, isn't it? So EMF is something like that. You have done some work done, advanced work done. Okay? Once circuit will be completed, charge will start moving. Okay? So in case of the battery, when it is written as a 1.2 volt or 1 volt, that is your EMF. That is your EMF. Okay? Once you will complete the circuit, that will able to force the charge to move. And once the charge will start to move, it means there will be the electric current. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can understand in a way, the EMF is a maximum potential of a cell when no current is withdrawn from the circuit. जब सर्किट से करंट विथड्रॉ नहीं किया जाता, हमें जो भी पोटेंशियल रहता है सेल का, वो कहलाता है EMF, इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव फोर्स. नाउ क्लियर? EMF is just like your bank balance. आप पैसा खूब कमा के रख लीजिए, the maximum money will be your EMF, और उस पैसे को धीरे धीरे खर्च करेंगे तो that will be your potential. Okay? So we can write electromotive force or we can say as EMF. We can write here the maximum of cell when
अम्मा के भाई हैं.
no current is withdrawn from circuit.
भाई हैं. पापा के मामा हैं.
So EMF can be defined as the maximum potential of a cell when no current is withdrawn from the circuit. जब सर्किट से कोई करंट विथड्रॉ ना किया जाए, at that time whatever potential will be there, that will be the maximum potential, and it is known as a electromotive force. So one should know about one thing, that is, when there will be the potential difference, then there will be the flow of current. When there will be potential difference, then there will be the flow of current. If there is no potential difference, then there can't be a current. Are you getting the point or not?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me give one more example. You have seen when electrician come to your home, जब कोई भी
Yes, sir.
घर आता है और वो स्लीपर पहन के 220 वोल्ट का जो कनेक्शन आपके यहाँ आया रहता है उसको हाथ से टच करके से जोड़ देता है.
Yes, sir.
You touch it, you got shock. अगर आप टच करते हैं तो आपको शॉक लग जाता है, इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक.
क्योंकि सर वो हाथ में ग्लव्स पहना रहता है.
Why it happens? अगर मान लीजिए मैं कहता हूँ if you are wearing the sleeper, you are having a sleeper and you are touching it. You are touching it. Whether you will be able to touch? No, you can't.
नो सर. तो डर लगेगा खुद ये.
You can't. But one thing you should understand, my dear students, when there will be the potential difference, then there will be only flow of charge and there will be current. If potential difference is zero, then there will be no flow of current. You can understand in such a way. Suppose this point having a 2 volt. This point markers and having a 2 volt, and there is 1 volt. So there will be the potential difference of 1 volt. So there will be the flow of current, isn't it? There will be flow of current.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you are saying this end having also 2 volt and this end having also. Now the potential zero, na? It will be 0 na? If it having a 2 volt and its end having a also 2 volt, then potential difference will be 0 na?
Yes, sir. 0.
Yes. Yes, equal is 0.
Flow of current. Please mute yourself from where background noise is coming. It is quite irritating.
Ajay Kumar, mute yourself.
Yes, Ajay, mute yourself.
Okay. Now you just understand what happens in case of the electrician when he touches the naked wire. You know, once he touches the naked wire, so there will be 220 volt. There will be 220 volt now. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir, we get.
सर बार बार म्यूट अनम्यूट करना पड़ रहा है.
So
अनम्यूट मत करो ना.
touch the wire, 220 volt, and he is just wearing the sleeper. Okay, if he is wearing the sleeper, then 220 volt will be on his finger and 220 volt will be on his feet. Okay? 220 वोल्ट वो टच करेगा तो उसके फिंगर में भी 220 वोल्ट आएगा और 220 वोल्ट कहां पे आएगा? उसके पैर के फिंगर में भी आएगा ना, क्योंकि वो ग्राउंड से टच नहीं. तो इसका मतलब पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस उसकी बॉडी का कितना हो जाएगा? 0. तो उसको करंट लगेगी क्या?
नो सर.
नहीं लगेगी, लेकिन थोड़ा सा जर्क जरूर होगा, क्योंकि कुछ हमारे बॉडी के अंदर साल्ट होते हैं, उसमें कुछ आयंस होते हैं, वो थोड़ा इधर उधर मशक्कत जरूर कर देते हैं. दे स्टार्ट फ्लोइंग हियर एंड देयर. ओके, लेकिन अगर वो स्लीपर नहीं पहना हुआ है और वो 220 वोल्ट को टच करता है, तो इसका मतलब ग्राउंड का पोटेंशियल 0 होता है. कितना होता है?
0.
And
Then 220 minus
220 volt and ground means the feet having at 0 volt, the potential difference will be 220 volt, isn't it?
220 volt. Yes, sir.
तो उस समय तो हम कंडक्टर की तरह काम करेंगे ना.
Yes, sir.
जाता है सर.
So there will be current and electricity, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Got my point or not?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Got.
It's my request. What I am going to saying next. So don't do these. Don't do at your home. If there is a wire, which wire? Your means pole wire, means which is connected
Copper wire.
to the poles. And if any person
Yes,
is
sir.
he hanged in air with help of wire, then there will be no current. Then there will be no current because the potential difference is 0. You often used to see birds used to sit at the wire or sit on the wire, na? Birds used to sit on the wire, na?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
They didn't got the electric shock. Whether they got or
Yes,
not?
sir.
No.
No, sir.
No,
They didn't got the electric shock. Okay. But sometimes you used to see some birds just died due to the electric shock.
Monkeys
Yes,
also.
sir.
How it happens?
Sir, I don't know. पता नहीं कैसे होता है. Sir, यही क्वेश्चन है.
This happens only due to the if there are two wires and one of the end is connected with first wire and another of that bird second wire. So then there will be the potential difference and there will be current and birds used to die. Okay.
नहीं समझ में आया सर, नहीं समझ में आया.
He means bird is just with only one wire, then there will be no any tragedy. If the bird is connected with two wires that is running along the pole, definitely there will be coming tragedy. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So coming to the Ohm's law. Now we have got about we came to know about the potential difference and we came to know about the electric current Now we'll understand what is basically Ohm's law. Through the Ohm's law, we'll able to know about the resistance. So let me introduce about the resistance, some basic concept of the resistance. What do you mean by the resistance? Resistance is a property of.
So it opposes the current.
It opposes the current. Okay. How it opposes the current? Can you tell me?
So it opposes the flow of current.
Yes. How it opposes to flow of the current?
बोल तो दे यार, पता नहीं कैसे बताएंगे।
Yes. Let me know.
आता तो ये नहीं बकवास करते रहते हैं।
Counter and just that keeps that both the electrons or protons are flowing, and that yeah, something like that happens. Something like resistance is a property of material by virtue of which it opposed to the flow of charge. Okay, resistance. What is basically resistance? Resistance is a property of material by virtue of which it opposes the flow of charge. So once again, you will ask me how it opposes the flow of charge. That's the question, na? How it opposes the flow of charge? How you can say, means whether I am seeing it is opposing the flow of charge? Yeah,
No, sir.
how it opposes the flow of charge. So that you need to understand. So how this can be means understand. So you can just see, have a look on this. Let's say this is conductor, and there are electrons. So electrons are very densely packed. When electrons start moving, it always collides with the electron present ahead of it. So जितना दमखम लगाया था आगे वाले ने रोक दिया. That is a obstruction. That is an obstruction. That's why there is a resistance. Okay. So we'll discuss these things in next class. That is Ohm's law. We'll discuss in day after tomorrow, and we'll go in detail. Okay. So time is going to be over. Okay. So we'll connect day after tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir. Bye.